Good evening everyone. Today we are going to learn about different types of animal tissues. Right here in this picture you can see that there is a human baby and the baby's body is made up of different types of systems we have, and the systems are made up of and organs are made up of tissues are made up of different types of cells, same types of cells I should say, and the cells they are again made up of different types of atoms. So if we just go through this, tissues are a collection of similar cells that perform a common function. Alright, these are not so much important. We'll go directly into the different types of tissues that we have. So what are the different primary types of tissues we have? First one is epithelial tissue, second one is connective tissue, third one muscle tissue, and the fourth one is nervous tissues. Alright, so epithelial tissue, what is their function? They cover the body and organ surfaces, lines the inside wall of the body cavities and organs, and forms various glands. Connective tissues, their prime function is to join, support, and protect our body parts. Muscle tissues, they contract and helps us in different types of movement. Nervous tissues, they produces nerve impulses and transmit them from one body part to another. Right here in this picture, you can see there's a bird, and the bird have different types of cells or tissues in them. Right, you can see the brain, which is composed of nervous tissues. You can see the beak. The beak is kind of bony structure, and which is attached to the body by connective tissue. So the connective tissue helps to connect different body parts. Then we have blood. Blood is red in color and it's liquid, so we call it as liquid connective tissues. Then we have these loose connective tissues, cardiac muscle, which is specifically found in the heart. Then we have skeletal muscles, which actually covers the bones to let this bird move its leg, move its feet, and do all the kind of movement. Then they have smooth muscles in their intestine wall. Uh, if we see the epithelial tissues, they have three kinds of epithelial tissues has been shown here. One is stratified epithelial tissue. You can see there are different layers we have. Then we have columnar epithelium lining in stomach. See the cells are columnar in shape. And we have cuboidal epithelium. See such a nice diagram, and all these different types of cells have been shown with their characteristic shapes. Alright, there is a frog also. You can see the same arrangement in them. So without wasting time, we should go carry forward with the epithelial tissues. So first thing first, we need is that location. Alright, so where we can find this epithelial tissue in the outer layer of the skin, in the lining of the body cavities and vessels. Our body, if we see, the whole body is only covered, is loaded with vessels. Vessels means pipes. So the covering of viscera and secretory parts of the gland. Epithelial always has one free surface. We call it as apical surface exposed to the body cavity, a lumen, or to the skin surface. Like here you can see, this is a microscopic diagram. Okay, see the cells are quite elongated in shape, so we can call them cuboidal epithelia. See, uh, this is a microscopic picture of our kidney cells, and you can see the difference in the shape. This one was cuboidal in nature. This is this is columnar in nature, columnar. Okay, and this one is cuboidal in nature, cuboidal in nature, right? You can see here also. The deep surface of the most epithelial tissues is bound to underlying tissue by a basement membrane. Epithelial tissues may be one layer or several layers. So let us see this chart. The number of layers, simple tissues, simple epithelium and stratified. Stratified means there are more than one layer. Okay, this is the basic difference. And simple means they have only one layer. So in the simple tissues, what we have, the difference in them: squamous, cuboidal, columnar. Pseudostratified is there, but it is not in the syllabus of class 9. So we'll along with that we'll take the ciliated epithelium. All right. So let us carry forward. Simple epithelium or simple squamous epithelium. You can see very clearly that it has only one layer of the cells. Right. This is a blood vessel, and this inner membrane, not blood vessel. Sorry, this is a kidney. Inside the kidney there are many parts, like this is a urethral wall, ureter wall. They have this cube shaped organ. Simple columnar, you can see very clearly the difference between them, quite columnar in shape. And we have stratified columnar. Stratified means when the stratified terms will come, you'll understand that there are many layers. Okay, so simple epithelial tissue, they're single layer located where diffusion, filtration, secretion and principal function. They range in different kinds of shape. Some have cilia. Okay, this is very important. Cilia means like suppose this is the this is the cell, columnar epithelial, column shaped, and if they have hair like projection in them, so these are called as cilia. Okay, so what this cilia does, this cilia actually increases the surface area of those cells. Especially these are found, these villi, these especially things are found in the in our intestine also. So they actually help in absorption. You can see the structure of these cells. These are found in our cheek cells. Okay. Not inside the cheek cells, sorry. These are found in our mouth, inside lining of our mouth. Okay. They have one single nucleus. This is a part of our alveoli, or no, inside our lungs, where they have only one layer, and they actually helps in the taking of exchange of carbon dioxide as well as oxygen. Okay. Simple cuboidal epithelium, if we come to that, they are very tightly fitted cube-shaped cells found in the inner lining of the small ducts and tubules. Their function is mainly excretory, secretory, and absorptive in function. Okay. Now we have simple cuboidal epithelium. The same things are there. You can see different kinds of shapes. They are so beautiful. I hope this will help you to understand better. Then comes columnar epithelium. As I've already told, they are tall, okay, tall and narrow in shape. They are of different types. These are different goblet cells which are found inside our stomach also. They help in different functions. Simple columnar epithelium is found in lining with the inside the wall of the stomach and small intestine, where it forms a highly absorptive surface and also secretes certain digestive chemicals. So this is our stomach, this is our pancreas, and this is our intestine. So this layer they have these cells. Okay, simple ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated means, as the moment we see the term ciliated, we should understand that there are hair-like projections. So what is that? This is our windpipe. As of example, you just take that this is our windpipe. Okay. So these windpipes have very tiny cilia or ciliated epithelial cells. What happens? Suppose some food, they are without going to our food pipe, they have went inside our windpipe. So what happened? These cilia keep them moving, and upthrust is generated, which take this food away and put it through the food pipe. Okay, so this is a food pipe, so they push it through this food pipe. All right. So these are the primary function of the ciliated epithelial cells. This uterine tube, which is found in the uterus of the female, we have this ciliated epithelium there also. Pseudostratified, this is not in your syllabus, so we are not going to discuss about this. We have stratified squamous epithelium. These are composed of number of cell layers and that are flattest of the surface. There are many layers we have on them. See, 1, 2, 3. There are many layers. So whenever layers comes, you should know that it is a stratified epithelium. All right. These are not required for as of class 9. Now we have glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium means they mix gland. As tissues develops in the embryo, certain epithelial cells migrate into underlying. They form structures. See this picture. These are the cells who has just gone inside with the invagination, and they makes the structure of the gland. What these glands are? The glands have the cells who secrete certain chemicals. The certain chemicals can be our hormones. There can be enzymes. So what are hormones? As of your primary knowledge, I should say, hormones are biochemicals which are responsible for our various purposes. Like for growth, we need growth hormone. With the sugar that we take through our food, we need insulin to control that the level of sugar in the blood. Then we have adrenal gland, adrenaline hormone. Okay, adrenaline hormone is another one. What adrenaline hormone does? When we are angry, we are happy, we are sad, all these emotions, I should say, they are being controlled by adrenaline gland. All right, and enzymes are the catalyst who actually helps in increasing or decreasing the chemical reaction rate and helps in the bodily purposes. So one of the very most important example of this glandular epithelium is sebaceous gland. It actually releases a certain chemical which is called as sebum, And sebum actually keeps our skin very oily, and it also nourishes our hair follicles. Okay, so you can see the diagrams. These are hair. So in the hair we have sebaceous gland, which actually releases the sebum, so that our skins remain oily and not get dried. Okay, these are not necessary as of now. So I'll take you straight to connective tissues. We are done with epithelial tissues. Now I'll take you to the connective one. See, connective tissue. What is their function? Their function is to bind organs with tendons and ligament. Then support bones and cartilage, physical protection like cranium, ribs, sternum. This cranium is there, our bone, our head, the bone of our head. Ribs, they are in the chest region. Sternum is the strongest bone in the chest region. Immune protection, white blood cells attack the foreign invaders. Actually, white blood cells, they grow inside the bones. Okay, movement, they provides liver system. That's why we can carry our weights. You can carry your bags. Okay, storage, fat, calcium, phosphorus. Calcium, we know that calcium, especially we are being considered to take milk so that our bones can be stronger. Heat production, transport, all these things are there. Okay, now we have cell types. What we have here, let us see. Connective tissue is most abundant tissues in the body. It provides or binds with other tissues and organs, provide for the metabolic needs of the body. Okay, so what are the different types we have? Let us see that. Connective tissue proper means these are very necessary. So there is something called loose, some are called as dense. Dense means they are very condensed, they don't have any gap between them, and the loose, very loosely packed. Fluid connective tissues, like we have blood and lymph. Blood connects all the organ of our body. And supportive connective tissues, we have cartilage and we have bones. So connective tissue proper, like loose connective tissue, what we have, fibroblast, we have elastic fiber, collagenous fiber. These all are not required for you all. Okay, let us just see what is adipose tissues. Adipose tissues, in very simple word, we will understand by fat tissues. What fat tissues help us? They actually contain a large number of adipose cells. We call them adipocytes or fat cells. So they store fat within their cytoplasm. And as you might have seen, many people having a very big stomach, no, not stomach, actually the belly region, and a fatty body. They all are loaded with adipose tissues because fat just deposits there. What adipose tissues, where they are found? They are beneath the skin, around the kidney, on the surface of the heart, surrounding joints, in the breast of the mature females. What is their function? They not only work as a food reserve, they also help us to support and protect various organs. If someone has quite enough fat on the body, it actually protect from the outside injuries. And fat also works as an insulator. Okay, insulator means they actually keeps our body warm. All right. And what are the types of tissues we have? Let us check again. We have the adipose tissues we have discussed. We have dense connective tissues. What are the dense connective tissues? Let us see. Ligament. What is ligament? These are all cartilages, these are soft bones. I hope it seems like that cartilage is not here. Sorry, ligament, right? Ligament, sorry. Dense connective tissues, we have ligament and tendons. As of your syllabus, you should just know that ligament and tendon both are dense connective tissue. Ligament helps the bones to stay connected with the other bones. Okay, and tendon, they helps the muscle to stay attached with the bones. All right, they're very important, very important. All right, now blood. What is there in the blood? Blood is a liquid connective tissues. What the blood has? Blood had different types of cells and the liquid part also. The different types of cells, we call them RBC, WBC, platelets, as well as the liquid part, we call them as the plasma. So what is the function of blood? They transport gases, They transport waste product, transport nutrients, and help to remove toxin from the body. Toxin is an unwanted bad substance, right? So RBCs is like that biconcave in shape, and they contain hemoglobin, iron containing protein. That's why blood is red in color. As well as they play a vital role in maintaining internal body homeostasis. Homeostasis means balancing the bodily functions. Okay, these are the WBCs. You can see how these irons are fitted inside the WBCs. Okay, these are the red blood cell, how they carry the oxygen, and when they go to the tissue side, when we take the air in, the RBCs, they carry the oxygen from the air that we have inhaled. Now they carry the same oxygen with the help of hemoglobin and release them in the tissue part. In the tissues we require the oxygen. Oxygen is being used to burn the food and to release the energy. No, and when they produce carbon dioxide, they again, the hemoglobin, they carry the carbon dioxide and they come to the lungs end and they release the carbon dioxide and we breathe out carbon dioxide. WBCs, they are called sentinels of our uh, body. Sentinels means these are guards. Okay, guards. Their main function, I am just telling you shortly, is protection. Protection from different germs, protections from infection, I should say. And also one more important thing is that they help us to clot the blood. Suppose you have a cut and immense amount of blood is moving out. This clotting mechanism will make sure that no more blood is getting lost. Alright. So what they are produced? They are produced in bone marrow as well as in the lymphatic tissues. These are different types of WBCs we have in our body. Okay, neutrophil, eosinophil, then basophil, lymphocyte, monocyte. These are different types of WBCs we have in our body. All right. Okay. Lymph, seems like this video doesn't have lymph. Let me tell you about lymph. Lymph is another tissues we have. There are certain portion of our body where blood cannot flow nicely or efficiently, I should say. So the lymph is actually a yellow colored, not yellow, it's actually straw colored. Okay, but for understanding, you just uh, understand that it is yellow colored fluid. Okay, who has only WBC in them, most amount of WBCs. Okay, so lymph is another kind of connective tissues. There are muscle tissues. Muscle tissues are of three types: smooth muscle tissues, cardiac muscle tissue, and skeletal muscle tissues. See, smooth muscle tissues, where you can find them, these are actually related to involuntary control. Means the control which are not means the muscle which are not under our control. Like heart, can you control your heart? Definitely not. The beating of heart is continuous. We cannot control it. Under certain circumstances, certain scenario, the increases, they comes down, but it's continuous. Voluntary muscles, the muscles which are under our control, they are called as skeletal muscles. Okay, like we have in the hand, in the legs, and we can move them as we want. Okay, so cardiac muscles, just cardiac muscles are actually very much red in color. Why they are very much red in color? Because they have more and more mitochondria in them, and you can see also how tightly packed these muscles are, these cells are. You can see they are like a fiber and fiber, much fibers are there, so they are very tightly packed. Okay, so that much only for the muscle. Now we have our nervous system. Nervous system, they are actually considered to be the controller of our body. Whatever the stimulus means, what are the factors we see from outside, we get from outside, we try to give us a response. Suppose your teacher in the class asking you that asking you a question, and again he or she is asking you to raise your hands. So the moment the question goes in your ear and your brain is thinking, yeah, I can give the answer, you just raise the hand, right? So that whatever you have heard through your ear is the stimulus, and what you are giving, you are raising your hand, or you are moving or hiding, that is your response. Okay, that's very simple. So what the neuron have, the neuron are the structural neuron. Okay, neuron, they are the structural and functional unit of our nervous system. Structural and functional. So you can see here one neuron. Okay, let me show you you a very simple diagram. Just a second. Yeah, this one. See, this is a whole neuron. Okay, this whole part is called as the cell body. Okay, these are the continuation of the cell body, which you call as axon. These axon, they have at the end, these are called as end brushes. End brush. These cytons, they have different projection. We call them dendrons. Actually, these are dendrons. These dendrons have more branches, which we call as dendrites. Okay, and in the detailed diagram you can get in your book. All right. So that is your nervous system, nervous tissues. You just need to study about the neuron. The skeletal tissues, you have the skeletal muscle and the cardiac muscle and the smooth muscle, means those involuntary muscle. You have to study them for your muscle tissues. The epithelial tissues has been discussed. So I hope this will help. Always remember that connective tissues, they help us to connect from one part of the body with the other part. Let me show you just a bit about the bones. Okay, see what a cartilage. Okay, I forgot to tell you about the cartilage. Cartilage are always, the soft bones. Okay, like you can feel your ear, the outside ear. You can easily squeeze them or tingle with them. Then you have the tip of your nose, which you can move very nicely or easily. So these are all made up of cartilages. Okay, hyaline cartilage, which is found actually in our lungs. Okay, not our lungs, in our rib cages. This is the place where we can get this hyaline cartilages. They actually let our these ribs stay connected with this middle bone, which we call as sternum. This is sternum. Okay? It's a very strong bone that gives us this shape, this protection to these lungs, and there is our heart. Okay, so these two are very important portion of the body. Okay, this is the bones, and these are the bone cells. See how close they are. These are chondrocyte cells, means these are the cells of the cartilages. Okay, this is our bones. They have two places. These are the places where the calcium gets deposited, and our bones grows by our height. This inside portion, it's actually filled with bone marrow. This bone marrow or the bone marrow, this is the house of the development of blood cells. Okay, so these are the cells. You can see it's a 165 times zoomed picture of our bones, and these are the cells we have inside. Okay, so I hope this will help you. Thank you for watching.